Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. Hope you're all doing really well. It's really hot here again and we've got the air cooler going, so I apologise for the noise in the background, and we're just getting a storm, so you may hear a little bit of rumbling. So I apologise in advance for that. Okay, so today I'm doing week 9 of Roxy's weekly challenge. So I'm still behind. I think Rachel's just put up week 10. That's okay, I'll get to it when I can. So this week in week 9, Rachel did fun window flips made from junk mail. Now I don't have any window faced envelopes that I've received in the mail, so I do actually have some new ones here that I thought I might utilize. Okay, so, and I think I'm going to do mine a little bit differently than Rachel's. So I'm actually going to use this as the piece that goes onto the page. Let me just see. I need a page, make sure that that's the size that the page is going to be. Okay, so I need to cut the envelope down a little bit as well, because it's a little bit taller. That's okay. So let me just have a think about this. So what I might do is I'm going to go, I probably will only get a couple done in a video. I'm going to cut the envelope down from this point here, top and bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to do that on both of these. Okay, so these are basically all open now, which is not what I necessarily wanted to happen, but they will now fit on this page. Okay, so it's fully opened, which is not what I wanted to do, but just need to have a think about this. I'm going to have a top loading pocket basically. So let's cut a divot in there first, so that, no, we won't, because that'll make it harder to collage. What I'm trying to work out is when I put this as the flip, you can still see some of the inside of the envelope, which is not what I want to be seen, and that's the same here. So I need to, actually it's probably not a bad thing that this is open. So let's put something, some paper or something here and the same here to cover up the inside. So with these, I think I'm going to use some of the new Kathy Holden Flea Market Finds product, which I have in my shop. These are absolutely beautiful. This is just some of the papers. Now you're probably all going to cringe with me tearing into some of these beautiful papers, but they're there to be used, and that's what I'm going to do. So so this is Kathy's original Florals palette sampler. I have had a restock of that in my shop, so if you're interested in that, I'll put the links down below. So what if we put something, now that's really pretty. Well, what if we put something like that on the inside, just so that you get it, when the tag or journaling card's taken out, we can see something in there. So we only need a strip, and it doesn't have to be of any particular image. I just love that color. So what I might do, can you tell I'm all over the place? I haven't really thought about this much. So I want a piece to go here, so that when you take the tag out, you don't see this blue. There's nothing wrong with that blue, but it's not what I'm looking for in my journal. And then also what we need is a piece here going down here, just so we can't see that blue as well. Now this piece here is going to be glued down to the page, so we also need to, when we collage, we also need to be collaging this piece. I don't want to put that down and stick that down. Alrighty. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a piece over all of that, because that is sticky. That's going to be annoying and get stuck on things. So I've cut that piece and we're going to just stick that there. So that's going to cover that, and when that will then fold and glue to the other page. It'll all make sense when I get going with it. So sorry, I'm a bit all over the place. Now there was this little piece here, so we can utilize that in here. So what I'm going to do is just cover that window. I'm just going to tear this little piece because we can use that in the collage. So I'm just going to put that, hide that over that window and put a bit of glue on, and then fold the envelope over so that it sits where I want it to sit. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, and I'll fold that over and just adhere that to that. So that's on the inside, so that's basically what I was trying to do. Okay. And just make sure I get this right. So that I cover up this piece here, I'm going to glue that to there. And then I'm just going to fold that piece just back over, just so that we get that line, and you can see what I'm meaning. So that's probably a little bit of a waste of paper, because that's going to be sitting down glued to the page. Like so. So we've got nice paper underneath there, which is going to be glued down, and you won't see that. So what I'm going to do now is collage this, and I think now that I've got it all open, I may as well, I'm going to just collage the whole thing open, flat like that. I think that's just going to make my life easier. So this piece we can utilize for something else. So I'm just going to choose another paper for this one. And then once I've done that, I'm going to speed up the video, and basically we're just going to collage all of this. And then what I will do, I think I'm going to sew around it all once it's all collaged, before we glue it all together and make it a pocket flip. All right, so I'm going to go do the same with this one as I've done with this one. And then I'm going to collage, and I think I'll just speed that part up and then come back and put it all together. All right, so I have collaged those to where I want them to be. I just love all that Kathy Holden. I ended up using her ephemera, coat check ephemera, this one, for the colour, and then I used her sign here stamps, this set, to stamp there, and then I put a signature here. So these are all Kathy's bits and pieces here. So I think they look really lovely. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I've got to think about this, how I glue it. So I'm going to glue, I want a top loading pocket. I'll cut my divot in my pocket. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to do in the front, but now that I've done the front, you can see the blue there. So I'm going to just stick a little bit of coffee dyed paper just in there, just so that you don't see that blue. Okay, now I left the back of this one because I just loved the look of this paper. This is one of my seconds papers from my coffee dyed papers I sell in the shop, but I love the look of that. So that gives a bit of journaling space as well. Okay, now I'm going to take this to the machine and I'm going to sew around all the sides, and then I will come back in and glue the pockets shut. I am pretty happy with the way that that's looking. Once again, you don't have to sew. I just love to sew everything, and that's why I've done it that way. So I'm just cutting the excess threads. I like to leave my threads hanging as well. So if anyone ever gets one of my journals and they don't like the threads hanging, you can by all means cut them off. Okay. So I just need to do that to get a look at it. Okay, yep, I love the look of that. That's lovely. So now I just need to, glue on the two sides to glue those down. And then we have our flip pocket. It's really cute. So that's one. And then we'll just glue this one, just make sure I've got it the right way. And I'll make some tags specifically to go in these, because these will go in my Kathy Holden journals that I am making. Yes, I said journals. I've got one, two, three started, and I've got an idea for another one. So I probably should finish the other 3 first. I could cut that off, the raggedy bit from the stamp, but I like how that looks, so I'm just going to ink the white there. So there's room for journaling here as well. So obviously a larger tag will go in here, and I'll put a focal point that can be seen. I've got glue on that everywhere. A focal point that can be seen on there. So that's that one, and that's that one. So they're really lovely. I love how they turned out. They were a little bit of work, but once I got going and feeling comfortable where I wanted to put all the collage pieces, it worked out well. So that is week 9. I love those, and I'll be doing more of those, just not today. Let me know what you think. And as I said, all this beautiful Kathy Holden product is available in my store, and I'll put the link down there in the description box for you to go and have a look if you like. All right, I'm going to leave that with you today. Week 9 is done and dusted. Week 10 is out. I haven't got time today to do that, so I will get to that when I can. In the meantime, guys, take care, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. See you soon. Bye-bye.